So Stygian, you can't do Awoken either. Stygian, Melting Remnant. But swapped? Who do you want in the lead? Something like that. So your damage spells, you guarantee that they play the way you want. I think this is the best setup here. And then we're hoping for Reform. Because most of the spells between these two don't target. The only ones that do... Yeah, so we got a whole set of non-targeted damage and non-targeted spells because Resin Removal just affects what it affects. Reform affects what it affects. We get Dregs, which aren't spells. We get these spells, which always hit the front enemy unit. So I think this eliminates... basically removes volatile spells as a risk. What do we get? Playing a spell deals random damage is more consistent than Infused Mallet. And I want Burnout Rector Flicker, but since we didn't get it, Harvest Rector Flicker is actually really good after the buff. I've easily gotten him into like 300 health range. Turns out that adding some damage makes him playable. I'm okay with this. We can put the Rector Flicker on the top. No, we can't. We can put Rector Flicker on the middle floor with any unit chump blocking, or all 3 units chump blocking. And you know what? I think we just take the damage. Just accept it. Put 1 in front to block. And we play it like that. Hopefully we get our Ice Tornado. We got Ice Tornado. We go for the chance, I think, to kill. Oh, this is like a guaranteed. Let me think. What do we have coming up? We have another Ice Tornado coming up. A couple Frozen Lances. This is the same amount of damage we save. And there's a chance we get the Collector. We got the Collector. Yeah, that was good. Any spell that we get is going to be fine here. And we're going to be totally fine here on the bottom floor. With damage. We put another drag up front and he's almost dead. 12 damage exactly. Perfect. Alright. So first boss down, we took 10 damage for 75 coins. It's not the greatest trade, but it's okay. Molded is going to be really good for us. And Titan's Tooth. And I think we'll lower the cost rather than trying to get offerings. But this is like, I think this is the best setup in order to avoid the negative impact of volatile spells. Now what do we want? I'm kind of thinking getting a remnant unit's really good. Depending on the remnant unit, but most are going to be pretty good. And now that we have a molded, we can even take burnout based units. I think it's worth it. Legion of Wax, we'll take it. A large stone Legion of Wax. Seems good. And let's purge a Train Steward. We won't reroll. Okay, well that's basically all the bosses up until what? Fell that can't get through a large stone Legion of Wax. We're okay with this. And we'll always draw them on the first turn, at least until we get more draft units. And, oh, he can't play them on the first floor. We can also resin removal, get rid of their spikes. Put you up here, and resin removal. Now they're real sad. They don't have any spikes anymore. I almost feel bad. Let's put you up here. Let's put you down here. And this has a chance to kill a random unit. It did. This has a chance to kill the other random unit. It did. Great. This has a chance to kill. It did. And we can put you up here, and we can mold it to get back the entombed explosive, which will immediately kill this unit, which is great. It also stacks up our Rector Flicker. So I think, I mean, Ice Tornado is really good. I don't think it's, honestly, I don't even think it's necessary. I think we're going to be fine regardless, but let's use it. And we can put you here. And the boss is dead. Because the boss can't handle all of the all of the units inside. Can't even get through the first. So as I said, we're going to be pretty set all the way through. Hallowed Drippings is interesting, but I don't think we take it. And I think we have enough Entombed Explosives. We have enough Ice Tornadoes. I think we're... do we take the Offering Token? Get Permafrost on it? And then we can just get a free Titan's Tooth. It does mean that we can do more things with Titan's Tooth. And it's not awful by itself anyway to try to get rid of, like, garbage that comes in our deck. Like, we're going to get stuff here that's going to be pretty awful to work around. We could get 2 Legions of Wax. We could get 2 large stone Legions of Wax. No, we're not going to do that, because we can always just reform him if he dies. Let's see what other unit we get. Lady of the Reformed is pretty good reformed over and over again. Paraffin Enforcer is not so great here. We're not really relying on burnout units. Let's get the Lady of the Reformed. Multi-strike. Sounds good. And we want more health on you? No, I think we just want to remove another Train Steward. Copy a card, and I think we copy resin removal? No. Well, hold on. What can we copy 5 times? 5 Titan's Tooths? Guarantees we'll get one for free. That's probably too much Titan's Tooth. Definitely too much Legion of Wax. We could do 2 Legions of Wax, though. Maybe that's right. We put 2 Legions of Wax on our 2 5 capacity floors, and then we just put the Lady of the Reformed plus our unit plus Drags or Entombed Explosives, and then we upgrade capacity. The kids are staying at a friend's house, and my daughter was pretty panicky last night about it, but she has since come to terms, and she's fine now. In fact, she's excited now. But yeah, she was like freaking out last night that she was going to be staying at somebody's house and she doesn't know how it's going to go and da-da-da-da-da. But oh, I should have played the Offering. It would have been free damage, but it is what it is. Let's put you up here. Yeah, and seems really good right now. We'll have another Legion of Wax soon. In fact, we'll have him right now. And let's pop that, and we're good. Then eventually the Legion of, not the Legion of Wax, the Lady of the Reformed is going to die. Oh, we can even just do this. Yeah, that's right. I don't think we're going to lose this. I think with 2 Legions of Wax, with multi-strike, with large stone, that by itself is almost enough to carry an entire fight. Now, we can't, unfortunately, reform the Lady of the Reformed because of how I played this, but yeah, Dalus is dying to the first one. Man, that card is so strong. Even, I don't know. You definitely, like, this is one of the most upgrade critical, or let me say this again. Without upgrades, Legion of Wax is pretty garbage. But getting it that early and then getting a large stone and multi-strike is just insane. Siren Song's interesting. It's a way... Nah, you know what? We kill everything on the way up, and we want things to die on the top floor. I think we skip here. Another Legion of Wax. No, we don't take that. And now I think we add capacity. What we want is to be able to fit chump blockers on those floors with the Legion of Wax, and to be able to fit more units onto the floor with our champion. Plus now we can fit a Legion of Wax on the floor with reduced capacity. I don't think we need another unit, so in that case let's do spell upgrades and higher health. Double stack seems fine. We can minus the cost of maybe resin removal, because we almost always want to be able to play that when we can. Let's increase the damage of an ice tornado. And we're good. What we want is a permafrost on either the Titan's Tooth or the offering token. I think just more harvest. I don't think we need the reform. So we have the molded, and units aren't dying that quickly. Yeah, we're good. Multi-strike just means our Legions of Wax come out sooner. And that's the thing, is like even if they are able to clear out an entire floor of all of the Legion of Wax spawns, we're still fine, because in the end we can just play it again after we reform it. So it's, I don't know how we lose this. That was a really good roll there. We are going to have a little bit of trouble with bigger units, but that's where the spells come in, and hopefully the top floor can still clear out some things. We do want to do this, and we're hoping. We missed. Should still be fine there. We only need to do 20 damage. We're already doing more than 20 damage on that floor. We can play out 2 drags. And then I think we want AoE here. Like that. We can even chump block with a drag if we want. But I think I'm actually okay with it doing damage and this splitting already. How are you doing? You could use with a Frozen Lance. And we can't fit any of these anywhere, so we'll leave it at that. But I think we're actually okay. So we just got a first split on the second floor. This kills basically everything. And now between... yeah, with Titan's Tooth, he just dies. Cool. But even if he somehow survived that first floor, which there was almost no way he was going to, but even if he did, oh my gosh, and now we got Split Anvil. Okay, great. Now we don't have to increase Ember either. Crushing Demise is pretty bad. I think we skip it. Normally I love Crushing Demise, but we play full floors, so I think there... Urchin Spines is actually not terrible. Or Cuddle Hex. Now I think we just want a floor where things die on the top floor. All the dregs. And we want more unit upgrades. Don't think we need them. I think spell upgrades is the place for us. Plus we get an artifact. Gain 7 Ember on the first turn. No, Extinguish. Giving extra armor means that our units will stack even faster. And now we want Ice Tornado to be 2 cost. This one to also increase in damage. And let's see what we get from the Concealed Caverns. I don't think we need extra Ember. I think we're actually just fine here. Calcified Ember is interesting. It does make our draws a little bit weaker, but I think by the time we get it, we'll get it on just before Seraph. Let's see, no, it's 2 battles, so we'll get it after Fel. I think we can survive through Fel with just the 2. You're gonna be tough to kill. I think we leave it off. He's gonna be hard to kill just because and the guy A does AoE. That actually is not a hard counter, but it does make our Legion of Wax a little bit less strong. And I think here the spell is just as good as the Extinguish trigger here. Cool. We put out... I think the Ice Tornado actually is more important. And then we can play out the Frozen Lance as well. So we can put the Legion of Wax out. We can chump block with a Train Steward. We're not quite getting him to the threshold, so we're going to take 20 damage, which is not great. This is why I'm actually glad we didn't take the trial. Filling the space up with dregs. You're still going to be... That's still fine here. Let's do this. You're going to be a real jerk about it, aren't you? Entombed Explosion would be fantastic right now. We didn't get it, but we can use Titan's Tooth, and I think that should go here. Like that. We can Ice Tornado, and now he's dying. Put you up here. And we're getting him quite low. And I don't know about the boss because he does do... Oh, he's dying. Okay. I know about the boss. He's not going to make it. He's just not strong enough. Let's bring back a drag. And put it here. Doesn't really change much. Cool. So we killed this boss much easier than I thought, actually. I guess it does. We do have lots of health. And in that 17 times... What, like 8 per hit? That's a lot. Intent on Death. Really good with Legion of Wax. So I mean, this is seeming like everything's coming together on the run. And I think we still go spell upgrades. We still want to get Permafrost onto... We don't have anything else to double stack. We don't have anything that consumes, or we have something that can consume. I think lowering the cost of this by 1 is fine, and I think we just leave it at that for now, unless we want to hold over something. But I don't think we need to. Let's get rid of the 2 Train Stewards. I'll keep the dregs because they are a way to continue to stack up our Rector Flicker on the top floor as a kind of last stand against the bosses. Bell should also be pretty easy, especially now that we have... Okay. Well, you're a real jerk. But I'm going to continue to play... We take the fire damage. It's unfortunate, but that's what we have to do. And again, that's what we have to do. Oh my gosh, 1 damage off. Yeah, we have a lot of weighted contritions. And we're gonna play Ice Tornado. You make sure that we don't get any more weight of contritions. A lot of fire damage. This is when not having a lot of energy is, or embers, not so great. I think we want to get rid of that. And let's see what we get on Yeah, those, let's see if we can kill one of them. Good, we got it. And this guarantees he dies. It's so awful. But it's fine. We can fit one of you here. So we will. Titan's Tooth's really good here. And this also is pretty good. And I think we actually want... Oh wow, we don't get a pick. That's less good than I was thinking. We're gonna take 12 damage. Man, this fell fight's been a lot more difficult than I was anticipating. Somehow it didn't click with me that the Extinguish Trigger spell, the Intent on Death, actually is targeted. And then I think we just throw in 2 dregs to buff up our champion. And then we're going to take 15, 21 damage there. Okay, then we take 21 damage. Tell should be next. And should die? Not quite. But close. What can we molded? There's a lot of things. Let's just put the Lady of the Reformed up here though. Tell's gonna die on the second floor, so I'm not too worried about it. But man, we took a lot of fire damage there. That was challenging. That helps. That helps. That helps. That helps. Okay, cool. The move are already fine, but this just makes it a little bit easier. Cool. And Devour of Death is interesting, but we can't guarantee that it's going to get enough stacks. Although if we put it up on the top floor, but I just don't think it's necessary, and it's an extra card we don't need. Draw or capacity. No, it's got to be the draw. Got to be the extra draw. We have enough capacity now. Oh, we already get it upgraded. That's fantastic. And that's our extra ember. Is those calcified embers. What to duplicate? Our double stack Titan's Tooth, our resin removal, one of our calcified embers, Ice Tornado. I think it's Titan's Tooth. And yeah, we just go all in on Harvest. This is the nice thing too about the Seraphite, is the Seraphite's long enough that he'll stack up quite a lot. Can't do this. We don't get enough pure instant damage unless we get an early Intent on Death. We can't really guarantee that it's going to work out. Let's start with Offering Token. Definitely get rid of the Molded here. Legion of Wax is going to burst and then do a lot of damage. And we can even put one of these guys up front. So we might, might be a fight where we actually have to reform our Legions of Wax. Legion of Wax here. We can get extra Ember. And I think we're definitely going to play Titan's Tooth to clear this floor. We can... It's interesting that even though it says the front enemy unit, it still isn't like guaranteed to be the front enemy unit. So you're going to die there, which is great. We're already starting to get harvest triggers. What is your increase here? Plus 20. That's just crazy. That's that high. Put you up here. Let's Use this down there. Oh, we got lucky. That's awesome. Alright, let's blow up this floor, I think. Yeah, they'll die. Now we need that molded back, but it's going to be a while. Yeah, that was a really lucky 1 in 3. Alright, let's do... And hey, CDEE, thanks for joining the stream, man. Hope you're enjoying. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I think we're going to blow up this floor. 1 hit on you kills you, that's great. And we'll put another drag to die later. Do we care about getting... I guess we could prevent some damage there, that's probably useful. And then we just blow this guy up, doesn't really matter. And our champion's like really stacked right now. He's got 130 health, plus he's getting armor every time one of these guys dies. We definitely want to bring back the Lady of the Reformed. We can use Titan's Tooth for free. I kind of wish more of these guys were dying, but the second floor is already going to be enough. This is a Legion of Wax plus. We have a full Legion of Wax plus 2 splits off of it, so I should have played that on the bottom floor. That was a little bit of a mistake. We get the Lady of the Reform back. We get another... We can't put a drag. We can't put a drag anywhere. Let's just start blowing these guys up. Brief respites. There's a really good chance that we hit the right unit here. Let's start with Ice Tornado. And then we can Frozen Lance. And then we put this Entombed Explosion somewhere. And then we hope. Okay, that's fine. We still got one of the... It's a small one, but we still got it, which is great. Let's Ice Tornado to get rid of the backliners. Hopefully we didn't get it. And that's fine. Yeah, he's going to die for sure onto the next floor, because he can only hit once per turn. Even if he has an insane amount of damage, which he will because of all the multi-strikes. When he gets to this floor, like, these guys do so much damage. And we get, as well, a free Titan's Tooth. We can Intent on Death to get even more units out. We can Ice Tornado. Like, he has no chance. Cool. And this particular Seraph fight with Seraph the Diligent creates the weakest enemies of them. I don't think we need stealth. I think we're okay just playing how we're set up now. We don't need Incant Totem. Silence is actually useful. We can silence the guys that create more blights in our deck. Because that is going to be an issue, is getting rid of the blighters. Let me think. Let's go here. If we can get remove consume. Permafrost on offering token is what we wanted. We want a -1 on something. Maybe just... I don't think we need it. Let's see what relics there are first. Entering with Frostbite 2 is interesting. I think we take that one, because it does mean that some units are going to die relatively quick. And holdover. Holdover on Intent on Death, I think is quite good. Hey, Penchi Ryu. Thanks for the follow, man. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So, what do we want to duplicate here? I think it's another Titan's Tooth. The Intent on Death we're going to be able to play every turn. And the whole... Ideally we get it quite early, but if you're just playing the odds, right? Like, our Legions of Wax are going to split, and then the chance that we hit our side is still pretty good, even with the volatile spells. So we can guarantee it now. So yeah, let's do this. Let's silence this guy because he's just a jerk. Let's put the Legion of Wax here so that we can guarantee the first intent on death. And then we stack up here. This should, let's see, that's 38, 38, almost 50. That should be enough to kill, at least put a lot of damage on this backliner here. We definitely need to play out Legion of Wax. Let's Excavated Ember here. Titan's Tooth here. And then let's try to guarantee... Got it! Okay, good. So we got 2 Legions of Wax, or we got 2 Intent on Deaths already on the second floor. And we still have our full Legion of Wax in the mix. And it's very unlikely he frontlines, right? It's a 1 in 5, 1 in 6 that he frontlines. So this guy's probably going to make it all the way to the end without getting touched, or with only getting touched a little bit by some of these guys. And the amount of damage that's coming out on this floor is just ludicrous. So even if things survive the first floor, they're going to get wrecked on the second floor. We did unfortunately get one. Okay, that keeps this one alive. We can put another drag out here as well. Do we go for the Intent on Death on this one? It's less likely. Maybe we do it as one last attempt. We actually don't need resin removal either. So let's get rid of resin removal, and let's hope. It's a 1 in 4. Missed it. That's okay. We'll have more chances to try to get it again later. And the second floor is our death trap floor. 1, 2. This is going to consume anyway. We Titan's Tooth. This makes the odds a little bit more favorable. Still missed it. I don't want to play it here because this floor is already full. It only can have one more unit. Yeah, let's guarantee we kill the backliner. And we can't fit a drag up, so we can stop there. Now with 2 of them, I don't know if we have... Okay, that helps. So let's Excavated Ember again. We will go for the Intent on Death down here. Let's do that now. Got it. Okay, so we got 1, which is great. That helps out a lot with clearing out enemies on this floor. We do need at least 1 Ice Tornado down here. Missed it. That's okay. We'll have one. We'll have 1 Blight. Maybe not. We don't have 1 Blight. Good. Let's put the drag up here. It's going to die, and this continues to stack up our champion. The question is, can we get enough damage onto Fel? This is where, like, continuing to... Okay, so we want to Frozen Lance. We don't care if anything dies there. Let's Frozen Lance down here. Let's go for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for Intent on Death there. Oh, that's great. Oh, never mind. I thought we got the biggest ones, but that's still pretty good. We can put an Entombed Explosive up here. And honestly, making sure they all die is pretty good. Just makes our champion that much stronger, although we don't currently have... We have 1 Dreg we can play up there. This is great. So we get to double Titan's Tooth. And we get molded already. They're all dying anyway. Let's continue to stack onto Seraph. We can Intent on Death. Ah, we missed it. And we bring back Lady of the Reformed. I kind of wish that they had broken through this bottom floor, because then we could put in a brand new set of Legions of Wax. But holy cow, how much are we doing? Yeah, I mean, we're already doing half of his health, and this has a Legion of Wax that is still not even touched yet. So we Ice Tornado. We Titan's Tooth. We Ice Tornado. We Intent on Death. No, we don't. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We already have 7 there. Titan's Tooth again, and it's a 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. It's whatever. Put a drag up here. Cool. That worked out really well. So, I mean, with this particular one, you just have to go for spells that don't target. I mean, we got really unlucky with the first random in that we got Hellhorn. And Hellhorn is almost entirely targeted spells. The only exception is Inferno. Cool. There we go. Cool. That was actually a really good run. So that's 2 expert challenges down. Still need to theory craft more about the Train Steward one. That one's just really tough. But yeah, that worked out really well. Ugh. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more of this kind of content, click that like button, subscribe, comment below, and check out my other videos. This has been Nate. You can also call me Nathan, but please never call me Nathaniel, and I will see you in the next video.